the point is, James, that nuclear is the most democratic of energies. That is egalitarianism. That is cheap energy for all. Renewables is the plaything of the rich and the wealthy, the Wentworth electorates. All those they can afford to indulge in this fantasy of renewables, but nuclear gives you cheap energy to all, as Rita says, base load, and this is what's terrifying the likes of Twiggy Forrest, Malcolm Turnbull. Exactly. They're all rushing out and go, oh, no, scare campaign, nuclear. Why? Because they invested wrongly. They got it wrong. And let the public know.
I don't know if they did, because they're making a lot of money.
Well, so far they've made a lot of money, but in the long run they are going to lose, because nuclear is the most democratic and egalitarian of all energy systems.
Well, as Rita said, so many of the opponents of nuclear energy have got vested interests in renewables. Twiggy Forrest is a great example. He's warning that we can't go to nuclear because business needs certainty, and yet at the same time we've got business in Victoria saying we don't know if we're going to be able to operate because we've got a looming gas shortage.
Great point.
So, there's compromise everywhere here, and a lot of people have got fingers in different pies. And what they say is not
Twiggy
always what
Forrest is running around the world selling green hydrogen, which doesn't even exist. Yes. Talk about lack of certainty. Oh, here's my product. No, it doesn't actually exist. But will you please give me billions of dollars of taxpayers' money to go and try and figure out how to make it work? That is what they are doing. Bunch of crooks, bunch of grifters, in my opinion. This is an opinion show. It's down there at the bottom. Rita.
Well, I wouldn't be calling any of them crooks, not even in your opinion. I know you're just being colourful there, Rowan, because these are eminent Australians. But at the end of the day, if you want to keep on the lights, I don't know how you can be so dependent on, say, wind, when it only works on average 40% of the time. Whilst nuclear, you've got capacity of over 90%. It all just comes back to what is available to us. We are sitting on the world's biggest reserves of uranium. We export it for the benefit of other countries, first world countries from Sweden to South Korea to the US. And whilst we're having these juvenile antics from the Labor, from segments of the corporate world, certainly from the activist class, in America, they've just had a bipartisan bit of legislation that's passed because they want to make it a lot easier to put up nuclear reactors, because they know it is absolutely crucial to their energy mix. And that's Democrats and Republicans on a rare topic working together.
I want to play you this clip. We were going to save it for... We've got Addy Patterson coming on the show very shortly. He's a nuclear expert. You do not want to miss that. It's going to be fantastic. One of the clips I wanted to play, but we'll play it now in a second, is from that segment, is Chris Bowen telling us that nuclear, go and look at America, there's nothing happening there, to what Rita's point. And yet the Americans are trebling the amount of nuclear they have. So we have Chris Bowen telling us one thing, complete nonsense. The Americans telling us the complete opposite. Have a look and decide for yourself.
Now, the honourable member asked me what policies are being rejected at home and abroad, and the answer is, of course, the most expensive form of energy. And this is a very important point, because that is nuclear energy, and we've had a lot of misinformation from honourable members opposite. The Leader of the National Party is keen to say, look at America, look what's happening in America, he says. Well, what's happening in America is the cancellation of a small modular reactor after a 70% cost blowout. That's what's happening in America.
Even as we deploy more solar and wind and batteries, we're going to need more, not less, nuclear power in the decades to come. By our estimates, to reach our net zero goals by 2050, we need to triple at least our nuclear energy supply.
Joe Biden's left-wing Democrat energy secretary, you heard it there. Don't believe a word Labor says. They are lying through their teeth. The coalition will win the next election, and they will win it because of the nuclear energy debate, the most democratic and egalitarian form of energy. Well done, Dutton and your team.